What's up, folks, and welcome to another episode of Real Amigos. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and I'm joined today by one of our co-hosts, Donnie. Donnie, what's up, man?
Not much. One of the co-hosts. I am the co-host.
You are the co-host. Sorry,
co-host.
The only co-host. That's right. There's no Phil, and we'll get into that in a second.
No, we've got the beauty and the brains here. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Man.
The beauty and the brains, and the beauty and the brains, and you. So. This is, if this is your first time here, Real Amigos is a movie podcast. We're glad that you stopped by. We like to talk about movies in different forms and fashion. And so we wanted to commit to season 2, really making sure that we had content out on a regular basis. And so that means every week. However, Phil is not here with us, and he's just super busy. He's got a lot of stuff going on in life right now, new job, house situation. He actually just got a dog. He sent us a picture. He's got a cute little dog now. I don't know why he needed a dog, but he has one. So
yes,
if he doesn't have enough on his plate, but now he has a great dog. Anyway, we wanted to kind of keep the things rolling, and Phil understands, and so we kind of talked about this, and so me and Donnie are going to do a couple of weeks
content,
pumping out content, and I'm sure when things settle down for Phil and he may have a little more time, he'll probably jump in at some point, especially when he sees how amazing these shows are going to be.
This is great.
They're going to be great. So let me tell you what you're here for, what you're in store for tonight. Or today, whenever you're listening to this. We're calling this Movie Swap. And so one of the things, if you followed our show at all, what you have probably realized is that I haven't watched a lot of movies.
No, you've watched no movies, ever.
I mean, I've watched really great movies like Power Rangers, but we'll get into that later. But it's almost a running gag now that every episode Donnie mentions some obscure 80s movie, and sometimes they're not obscure, but most of the time they are.
Not obscure.
And he'll mention it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, kind of like, the first Terminator, I've never seen that. And then Donnie kind of flips his lid for a little while, and then we move on. And so out of that birthed this idea that we need to make Chris watch good movies. And so... But at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, we can't just have a whole show about me watching movies. So let's kind of throw a little bit of a curveball, and let's do the same thing, but for Donnie. Now, here's what's great. Donnie has seen almost every great movie that's probably ever been made. So I have had to dig in and find movies that are obscure that he might not see. You're going to get a lot of animated movies. You're going to get a lot of musicals.
I regret this decision so much already.
But it's all I got. So here's the premise. Movie Swap is once a month. We are going to switch movies. Donnie's going to assign me a movie. I'm going to assign Donnie a movie. The only rule is that it has to be a movie that we have not seen. So a movie that Donnie will give me a movie that I have not seen. I will give Donnie a movie that he has not seen. Then we're going to come together like we're doing right now, and we're going to discuss those movies. That is Movie Swap. I'm actually super excited. It's going to really broaden my horizons, and I like to see how much I can push Donnie.
We also have to tell why we picked that movie.
That is true.
In the future, we may just pick something lousy and be like, hey, I just wanted you to watch this because I wanted to see you cry or something like that.
This giant turd. Okay, so that is our show in a nutshell. Real Amigos. This is season 2, episode 3, but it is the first inaugural episode of Movie Swap. We have some pretty fun movies to talk about, but before we get there, let's just kind of have a little bit of a conversation. Donnie, what's going on? You told me before we started that you've been watching some movies. You actually are keeping a movie log. I thought that was a different thing, but it's actually just writing down the movies that you've watched. So tell me some things you're watching, man. What's up?
First of all, it rained here, so thank God for that.
Oh, very good.
All right, here's some things that I've watched over the last couple weeks. I plowed through the Dirty Harry movies, all 5 of them.
Oh,
Clint
great.
Eastwood.
Yes.
Those are fun.
I've seen one. What's the one that I've seen?
I'm going to guess Deadpool. The last
one. That didn't sound right. What's
Dirty Harry's the first one.
I think that may have been the one. Yeah, I think that was just the one. Yeah.
Did I fire 5 or 6 bullets and all that?
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah, you feel lucky. Yeah.
I watched Explorers. Have you ever seen that movie from 1985?
Dora the Explorer? Yeah, we used to watch that. Yeah, the kids love it. No,
Stop
that's not
now.
it. Okay, that's not it?
Ethan Hawke, River Phoenix, Explorers. It's
no, never
not
seen
a
that.
good movie. Don't watch it. I watched the Hobbit: Battle of the Five Armies. I hadn't seen that in a while, and I watched that. I enjoyed.
It's all right. What's your take on the Hobbits?
They're too much for sure, but
they're still good though.
They're good. Yeah, I think
it's too much.
They got better. Like the first one was a little drawn out, and then the second one's better, and then I think the third one is my favorite one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They just stretched it out way too much. It was just like, I kind of get it from a perspective of we're spending a ton of money on production value and casting, and so let's get as much as we can from it. But that story should have never been a trilogy.
It was very, very drawn out. You're underselling the drawn outness of it. I watched Casino Royale, the James Bond.
Yes.
Excellent.
Now the original.
No.
Okay, the Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig version, yes.
Yes, so good.
Very good.
That torture scene in the chair.
Stop.
Oh my gosh, bro! I'm telling you. Oh, I almost left the theater. That was hard to watch.
That movie's rough, dude.
It is rough. It's great. So good.
I watched The Road Warrior again, which is awesome. I love The Road Warrior.
Yeah, so now Road Warrior is part 2, right? Mad Max was the first one?
It was Mad Max, then Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior.
Yeah, it's funny because to me those two movies are not the same.
The production changed a lot from 79 to 82. Like you can see the jump in like funding and just like it's a whole different world. But it's
but even that like Mad Max and I love Mad Max and I love Road Warrior is great. But I feel like Mad Max when you watch them, I don't feel like they take place in the same even world.
No, I agree.
Mad Max is not. It's not even so much even about the look of it, but like when you see Road Warrior, you feel like you're in the apocalypse.
You are.
And I know, but I don't know. It just seems like it just seems like if Avengers Endgame was a movie and then the sequel was a musical. It just seems like a completely different genre of film, but they're both great. They're both great.
Yeah, that's a gritty movie.
Yeah.
I watched The Lost Boys again. I haven't seen that in a while. Enjoyed that. It's the Attack of Eddie Munster.
Are you getting excited about that series that they're doing?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They're doing a Lost Boys series. I think
I'm not excited about that at all. Already, just you even saying it, I'm not excited about that at all.
I don't know a lot about it, but I think it's supposed to star 2 girls.
Oh, no.
So.
Yeah, forget it.
Hard pass.
Just 2 more real quick. I watched Logan. Amazing.
Oh, so good. Was that your first time?
No, I saw it before,
okay.
but I'd forgotten how good it was. Really good movie.
So good.
And then I watched...
Have you watched it in black and white?
I have not.
Okay, so when the Blu-ray came out, it actually came with a black and white cut of it, and I watched it in both. I like the color. I think it does a really great job of the colors. You get a lot of like rusts and bright burnt oranges, but there is something really cool about watching it in black and white. It's pretty cool.
Nope, I've not done that. If I get a hold of it, I'll watch it that way. That's a great movie. And then I watched last night with my 13-year-old son. We watched The Karate Kid, 1984.
The OG.
The OG KK.
What did So I just watched that with my 12-year-old.
Yes.
Which we talked about a little bit last week. Actually, we talked more about Back in the Future because she loved that. We also watched Karate Kid that same week. So what was Aaron's take on it?
I think he enjoyed it quite a bit. He's not a movie guy, man. I have to make him watch movies. I'm like, dude, you're watching The Karate Kid. I threatened him. I'm like, dude, you're watching The Karate Kid this summer. So we were like, last night we had some time and like plowed through it. But I think he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand the rules though of the karate tournament. So Johnny punches Daniel in the face, and no points. Nope, doesn't count.
No.
The very next scene, Daniel kicks Johnny's head off and wins the tournament on that move. So I don't know. I don't know the rules. Sorry.
That's that's actually, it's funny that you say that. I've never actually thought about that, but that's 100%.
It's weird. I watched it. It's one of my most beloved movies of all time. But I'm watching it last night and I'm like, wait a minute. This doesn't seem fair.
I'm pretty sure the rules are you can't get a point if you hit above the neck, which is why he didn't get. But yeah, he kicked him right in the face, man.
He kicked him in the face.
Or I mean, to be fair, he karate kicked him.
Which in Cobra Kai, the series, which is great, Johnny brings that up actually. Spoiler, and brings up that it was illegal. So
yeah.
Hey,
that's good.
Whoever made that movie.
There you go.
All right, that's it. It's a movie watch.
That's awesome.
Sessions. I don't watch TV, just so you know. Like, I watch movies instead of TV.
Yeah, see, that's the difference between me and you. I'm much more of a TV person. Yeah. So really, the only movies, I actually watch both of these movies that we're going to talk about. I watched mine again to refresh, and then I watched the one that you assigned me.
I did the same.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've watched anything else other than TV. The new season of Black Mirror came out. There's 3 episodes. I've only watched 1, but very good. I finished the last season of Flash, which I love. Which is very good.
I got about a season and a half into Flash.
Oh man, I love Flash.
I just couldn't keep. I don't know. I couldn't do it. It wasn't
Flash
bad. It just lost my interest. It's like you run really fast. Awesome.
Well, it's it's very much that serial, right? That monster of the week kind of thing that Buffy really made super popular.
Yeah.
It's that same formula, and yeah, I mean, if you don't just really love the characters and kind of where they are, it does become very samey.
But what's funny?
I still dig it.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But what's funny is I like Gotham and you hate Gotham.
Oh man, I can't stand Gotham.
I like that show.
Yeah,
there you go.
I mean, it's definitely got a fun. I've heard it's got. I will say this: I haven't watched past the first season because I hated it so much. I've actually heard that it's gotten progressively better as it went. So maybe one day when I'm have nothing to do and I'm on Netflix and decide I want to binge watch that, I may watch it sometime. We'll see. All right, that is enough of the chit chat. Let's get into why we're here. So once again, this is Movie Swap, and we're going to start talking about what we're here to talk about each and every week, which is movies. I'm going to go first. So I picked a movie called Police Story 3. It was released in America under the name of Supercop. It is a Japanese film starring Jackie Chan and Michelle
Obama.
Yeoh. No, not Obama. It was released in 1992 in the Asian market, and it was brought to the United States in 1996, directed by Stanley Tong. So here we go. So why I picked Supercop? Now again, you guys have to understand that we have a Google Doc that we share, and I wrote down. What, Donnie? 30 movies, 20, 25 movies.
Probably.
And I was just racking my brain trying to think, okay, what are some obscure but somewhat decent movies that maybe Donnie has not seen? That movie got cut down to like 6. All right, so I mean, it's not. You guys got to understand. I don't have, so I really tried to pick the things that I really kind of loved, and that I knew he would definitely not have probably seen. Which one would be a foreign language film? So first and foremost,
I've watched foreign language films. I watch a lot of foreign language films.
Oh, that actually does surprise me. But you haven't watched this one, so
no, I have not.
So Jackie Chan, and this was not his first. Obviously it's Police Story 3, but he had other movies before Police Story, but really Police Story was kind of the movie that solidified him as a kind of an action star in the Asian market, and it became so popular that whenever 3 came out, that was the one that they wanted to try to cross over into the United States, bring him into the American market. That was really the first glimpse that we got of Jackie Chan. Now, I didn't see it in the theater, so the first movie that I saw with Jackie Chan was, I'm almost positive. I'm trying to think if I saw anything before, but the one I remember the most, obviously, is Rush Hour. And I loved Rush Hour, and it's hilarious, and Jackie Chan was amazing. But I just kind of I like Asian culture in general. You know, I'm a big fan of, like, you know, we just talked about the Karate Kid, you know, but you know, karate and samurai and just kind of, you know, feudal Japan, and like I like that part of history, and I like the culture behind it. And so, you know, I really kind of I liked seeing Jackie Chan. This kind of just led me down a Jackie Chan trail, which led me to like Drunken Master, which is also one of my favorite. Have you ever seen Drunken Master? Drunken Master is great.
Now, I think there's a Drunken Master from the 70s, but then there's the Legend of Drunken Master from like 94 or something.
Yeah, I'm probably thinking of the Legend of Drunken Master.
Yeah, I have not seen that. My earliest remembrance of Jackie Chan was Rumble in the Bronx.
And that was foreign too, right? Or was that?
I think it was Americanized. I think
it came out. Did they dub it though? Was it maybe voiced over?
It's been a long time. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so this led me down a trail to find Jackie Chan movies because I just really liked the dude. Found Drunken Master. I love Drunken Master, but then it led me to Police Story, and I've watched all the Police Stories. You know, Police Story 1 has this really intense stunt that you can actually find clips on YouTube of him jumping off like this third story. Like level of like a hotel or a building, and walking on scaffolding on like this chandelier and falling down, and just insane stunts. But
and that's Jackie Chan too, right? He's also in that.
Yeah.
He's in all the police stories.
Yeah, he plays them. Yeah, he plays the main guy. Okay. He's been in all of them. So anyway, but Supercop was the one that was brought to America, and I think that of all of them, especially the first three, like it is by far the strongest, and I think that especially since you hadn't seen any, I thought it was really kind of the best to jump in. You got to think of, you know, his character in Supercop almost like James Bond-esque. Each one of the movies are completely standalone. They don't really connect other than he's just the detective. Now, the girlfriend carries over, so I mean, there are some ties, but it's not like there's an ongoing bad guy or anything. Every movie is kind of standalone. But yeah, and then Michelle, is it? I don't know his name. I don't know. Yo, I think it's Michelle Yeoh, or maybe Yeoh. She was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which I also loved.
I saw that for my 30th birthday.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's where I went for my 30th birthday with Phil and Carrie.
Oh, nice. I guess I wasn't invited, so that's cool.
No, you weren't.
So anyway, so that let me. So she was great, and she was in Guardians. She was one of the in Guardians Volume 2. She was one of the old Ravagers. They cast her in it, which I thought was super cool. So we actually should see her back, hopefully in Volume 3, which is cool. Anyway, so that's it. You know, I had to pick a movie that you hadn't seen. I love this movie, and we can talk about why. I mean, it's not revolutionary in a lot of ways, but I think it was really the first time that Jackie Chan was mainstream in America, or at least began his run, and I think it has some great action, you know, to it. So there you go. So you haven't seen it. You're up, Donnie. What's up?
I've seen it. I've seen it now.
What did you think of Supercop?
Okay, well, Here's where I want to start, okay? I love Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is great. I would watch Jackie Chan all day long. Mm-hmm. But one of the first lines in this movie is, "We need a Supercop."
Yeah.
And said in all sincerity, serious. Yeah. It's like, we need a Supercop. Like every American movie that you've ever seen in your entire life, the cops always say, "We don't want no super cop." Like, what are you, a super cop? You got to have a partner, you know. I mentioned Dirty Harry earlier. Every movie of Dirty Harry, it's like a new partner. You got to have a partner, Harry. But this movie is just like straight up, we need a super cop.
We need a super cop.
We need Dirty Harry. Okay?
That's what you need.
So I figured, okay, well, this is going to get interesting real quick, okay? Here's what I wanted to say. The cultural differences, and I'm not stupid. I've watched plenty of Asian films and stuff. It's shocking. Like,
yes,
it's if you're not ready for that, it will blow your mind. And even this one kind of was like, it's super cartoony. like comical, highly comical, which is what you get with Jackie Chan.
I love it.
I thought the music was terrible.
Oh yeah, it's bad music.
The music is like a bad video game, man. Like
even the sound effects, like even the explosions in that one
terrible sound effects. So bad. They're awful. It's like a bad dub that I did in my living room with a fake Foley board or whatever, you know. So
no.
But now I enjoyed the movie. It's really entertaining, no doubt about it. The explosions were impressive. I will say that. There was a lot of them. And they looked scary, like people may have actually died. I don't know. But it's weird, man, because I didn't follow the story at all. Like, it was basically like,
really?
I mean, okay. I get the joke. It's like, did they kidnapped or something? I can't remember.
Yeah. So okay. So let's recap.
Had to go get them.
Yeah, so here you go. So if you've never seen Supercop, we're going to give you a real quick recap. So the main bad guy, his wife is arrested.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I remember now.
And so the whole idea is they want to get to the husband, like the Chinese police want to get to the husband. Now, Jackie Chan is Japanese.
I got confused about all the countries they were in.
Maybe he's not
they were
Japanese,
in Thailand at one point.
Maybe he's Taiwanese. He's something. He's not part of the Chinese government, right? So they send him. They bring him from wherever he is to join the Chinese police.
Right.
And so they're going after the husband. And the husband's goal is to break out the wife. And so what they do is, it starts out by they basically want a Supercop to go a Supercop to go undercover. To go undercover to get in close with the boss, and so they bring Jackie Chan in.
Right.
Jackie Chan helps the guy,
escape
like one of the
Goonies,
escape from prison.
That's right.
Gets into the group, all to get close to the husband, and then of course we find out that the husband's whole plan this whole time has been to break his wife out, which leads us to our finale.
Right.
So we'll kind of come back, and I want to talk. So one thing I like about the plot is I feel, because everything you said about like cultural differences is totally there. Like it's very kind of goofball.
Nobody knows who he is. He comes into the training center with all these recruits that are, I guess, in the army or something. I don't know what they are, police recruits or whatever. And like he seems super like, I don't really know how to fight, and I'm afraid to put on a show and all this. And so you're thinking, okay, he's gonna get his butt kicked, but then he he beats the guy, and you're like, I mean, it's played off weird. It's just it's played bizarre. Like he's avoiding getting hit, like he's afraid of the guy, but then he basically just busts the guy in the face. Like, it's like, what are you afraid of? You're obviously the superior fighter. It's played weird. Like, it's fun and enjoyed it, but I don't get where they're trying to go with it.
Kind of get the joke. Yeah,
I don't get the joke.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like it's kind of like he doesn't want to show off.
Maybe, maybe I just missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe not. I mean, that's me kind of reading into it as well. But again, all of that said, what I still find intriguing about it, even watching it again, is it's actually a really great plot. Like, I mean, as far as he does help the guy escape. If you watch like the side the side character Michelle, her character Michelle. I don't want to. I hate if I'm going to say Michelle Yeoh this whole episode, and that's wrong. I'm going to feel really bad. But Michelle Yeoh, I mean, she shoots two of those guys, and so it just leaves Jackie Chan with him. And but like the twist, where she pretends to shoot the police officer to make him believe, and then when they, when the boss calls them, when the boss is sitting there playing Sega Genesis, and he calls them out for being cops, and Jackie Chan, is really quick to respond by beating the guys up and like not blowing cover. Like I just thought it was really smart smart, and I thought it was really cool. And then then of course Jackie Chan's girlfriend shows up to kind of ruin the undercover. You always got to have something to throw a wrench in it, but yeah, I just felt like I think I thought it was a better thought out plot than a lot of the movies that we get today.
It's been about a week since I saw it, so I probably should have watched it quite sooner, or closer to the show.
No, it's good.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it's. Let's talk about the finale.
Okay.
So Jackie Chan clearly is Tom Cruise's inspiration. Okay. I mean,
yes, because he's on that helicopter ladder,
dude.
They even show it. If you watch the credits, they show it.
That when they're flying the helicopter through the air and he's hanging on that ladder and they fly it out, like they fling that ladder out.
It's no joke.
Way out. And I'm like, no joke. No, Jackie. Who is letting you do that? Seriously. Who is allowing this to happen? That guy could die easily.
Oh.
The finale is amazing. The action is crazy town.
It's great. The fighting on top of the on top of the train. I love. I mean, how many times have we seen the whole distract him until he gets hit from behind bit? Yeah. But I love when he's doing the posing and everything. And the guy gets hit. It's just so good. Yeah, man. I think it's great. I thought it was great. Yeah, I mean he's crazy. He's nuts. I mean, this is why he doesn't make movies anymore, because he probably can't. Like he's broken like every bone in his body.
Yeah, he broke a bone. They show it in the credits at the end. He got hit by a helicopter on top of the train. The helicopter crushed his ankle. All right, so here's my take ultimately on the movie.
Okay, all right, let's wrap it up.
The finale, the last 15 minutes is great, but just in my opinion, it doesn't redeem the thing. I would probably never watch it again.
Yeah,
it's fine. I didn't hate it, and there was some fun stuff, and the action is great. I don't think I would want to watch that helicopter scene again because it's terrifying. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna go flying off of the thing, man. It's crazy, but it was fun. I don't regret watching it. I'm glad you picked it, and I'm sure there will be far worse ones that I'll be watching later on.
Next week is going to be or next month is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. Look, I will say, if you enjoy Jackie Chan, this is one of the better. I would say this may be my favorite outside of Legend of Drunken Master. This may be my favorite foreign movie that I've seen him do. It's still nothing better than Rush Hour, but yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I actually really like the plot. The music is garbage. There's very weird, like you said, cultural things.
Timing on some stuff is weird.
Whenever he introduces her as his sister, and then she starts to walk away, and he slaps her on her butt.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, they're grown adults. I would never slap my adult sister on the butt.
Very odd.
So, and then when the guy comes out as his mom, it's clearly a man.
Oh yeah,
in drag.
Exactly. And I was like, this
so
isn't.
Good.
Really? I was like, this isn't funny at all. This is terrible.
All right. We're done. Supercop is great. If you like Jackie Chan, I would recommend it. It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's good. But again, please remember, I don't have a lot to pick from.
Is watch the last 15 minutes. Just
there
watch
you go.
The
That's
last
right. Fast forward to the last 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. He has. I like the fight scene with at the school that you alluded to. It's really short because he kind of runs away from the fight, but kind of their back and forth is pretty cool. It can't be any more than 5 minutes.
Jackie Chan is super creative, man.
He's magnetic and he's super magnetic when he rides up on a Honda Goldwing wearing stonewashed jeans and a stonewashed jean jacket. Like he was just like dressed in jeans from head to toe, and that is fantastic. you got to be a baller. You got to be a baller to pull that look off.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Donnie, it's over to you.
Over to me.
Swap up. It's your time.
All right, my movie that I picked for Christopher is a movie from 1988. It's called Midnight Run. It has Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin in it. This movie, why did I pick this movie? I saw this movie in the theater when it came out, and it was probably kind of the first movie like this that I had seen. It's basically it's a bounty hunter. De Niro's a bounty hunter hunting down Charles Grodin. That's pretty much the whole gist of the plot. There's a lot of twists and turns in it, but the chemistry between those two guys is off the charts, man. They play so well together on screen, man. I'm surprised they hadn't done something else since then, but it's just well made. This is the guy, I believe it's the guy that made Beverly Hills Cop. Martin Brest, I think, or maybe he made something else.
Yeah,
some other big action movie. I think it was Beverly Hills Cop, but it's well directed. The story's great. It's got a lot of humor, a lot of action. I remember really enjoying it a lot, and it's kind of lighthearted. I just figured, we'd start simple, straightforward.
Probably a good call.
So, watching Charles Grodin wear down Robert De Niro through this movie, like as his counselor, as his psychoanalyst, as his accountant, as his marriage counselor. I mean, it's just Grodin is persistent. He is he never stops pushing the buttons, man, in this whole movie, and it's great to watch. Yeah. He just wears him down. He just wears him down the whole movie. That's what the whole thing is. They're fantastic. Those two guys together are just really great. So, what else do you want to say? I'll
that's good.
You.
That's good. Yeah. So,
I got a couple other things I'll say at the end, but what do you think?
We'll get to it. So this is clearly a movie that I've never seen, which is why we're doing it. A movie I've never heard of.
What?
I had no idea. And one of the cool things, we talk about this a lot, just together, how you can't really go into anything and be surprised anymore because everything is ruined before you get a chance to. So whenever you said that we were doing this, I did not look at anything. Trailer, IMDb, nothing. I just all right, we're gonna do this.
Good.
We're gonna watch it, see what's up.
Way to do it.
So I had no idea what this movie was. I will say that the first 5 minutes, I was like, "What in the world? How is this the first movie that we're doing on Movie Swap?" And then I will say, by the end of the movie, I thought it was fantastic. It was so good.
Yeah.
So first off, the all-star of this movie is Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman does the music to this movie.
I wrote that. The theme song. I love the theme song to this movie. It's great.
The music in this movie is off the chart. I love every bit of it. It's so good. Okay, so a couple things from my side. So the first thing that I think that we don't get a lot of anymore is movies that just take their time. Yes. And I felt like this movie, it was just I never felt bored, right, but I just never felt rushed.
Right.
There were so many times, and it just what it does is it gives the actors room to just chew the scenery. Yeah. And when you have fantastic actors like you have in this movie, that's great. So
I wonder how much of it was ad-lib stuff. I really, because you're right, they do give them a lot of space, and the movie is long. It's over 2 hours long. I didn't realize that at the time, but
I didn't either. Yeah, it definitely didn't seem like that. I didn't even look at it. So I'll say this: Charles Grodin, is it Grodin?
Grodin.
With
a D.
So I don't know a lot about him.
Oh, really?
I instantly recognized him from
Beethoven.
Yeah. I loved Beethoven as a kid. It's so good. All I think there's three of them. All of them. And so I was like, oh yeah, and he's hilarious in those movies.
He's great.
I had never seen him in anything else that I could recollect.
Really?
And even now I struggle to think of something else that I've seen him in. But he was to me, he was the best part of this movie, and
I
the
agree.
reason is because I hated his guts when we first saw him, and just like Robert De Niro, over the course of the movie, he made me like really like he is so charismatic in like a weird way, and just like keep on asking like, when are you gonna tell me about that watch?
Yeah,
like,
right.
It's just monotone and it's just persistent, and he's just so
his calm.
So good.
He's got that calm demeanor down, man. He's just like that's when he goes to fly on the plane and he has a freak out. It totally catches you off guard because he's been so
calm the whole
one
time.
Note to that point, and he just like freaks out, and then he's grinning ear to ear after that, like, yeah, man, I got you off that plane.
Oh man, it was so good. So I'll say this about Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, I think, is a fantastic actor. I don't think you need me to confirm that. I don't remember a lot of his early stuff. Most of the stuff that I know of is much later. But I will say, watching him in this, he just absolutely reminds me of John Bernthal. I can't separate the two, to be honest, in this movie in particular. So John Bernthal, guy who plays Shane on Walking Dead, guy who plays Punisher, he just seems like their mannerisms, the way they talk and they deliver their lines, their thick New York accent, it was uncanny to me in this movie how and I don't know if Bernthal's doing that on purpose, but just how much he kind of embodies Robert De Niro like today, which I think is kind of cool.
De Niro's captivating, man. I don't care for the guy, but he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's great. The one thing that I thought was super funny, that I felt a little kind of out of touch with because of today, is I felt like that there was really no, and I don't want this, but I felt like there was no violence. Like, I feel like that if we did this movie in 2019, I feel like Robert De Niro is killing more people. I feel like there's more bloody noses and knives to the arm of people.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I felt like that there was like rarely any gunfire until really towards pretty close to the end.
Hardly any. Mostly people getting hit with guns more than anything. Mostly, the who's the other bounty hunter? That guy gets knocked out about 5 times.
That poor guy.
That guy comes into every scene pretty much
Marvin
to get knocked out. Marvin. That's why he's in the scene.
I love when he's at that. When he he's at his last. He's done, and he's at the airport. He's going home, and he looks over and he sees him. He's like, "How many?" He's like walking through, and the police are like, "There's a bald-headed guy with a green duffel bag, and his hand is his jacket. You need to take him down."
Right.
This is so good.
He was in Beverly Hills Cop. John Ashton, that's his name.
Oh, okay, Marvin. That guy.
Yeah, Marvin.
I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop.
Joey Pants is in this, man. From the Matrix.
From the Matrix, and his hair, dude. I mean, somebody like if you're an agent, you gotta tell your guy, bro, just cut your hair. Like it's just not working. Like it looks awful. Joey Pants is great. He has such a distinct voice. That is perfect for like a little weasel, which is what he plays all the time, which is great. The guy who plays the main mob guy, I don't know.
Dennis Farina.
So I really like him. I know he's been in a lot.
In the 80s, he was in everything, dude. He's from Miami Vice,
yeah.
And then he was in a lot of movies. And he seems like genuinely like he would stab you in the eyeball.
I mean, I felt like they just cast a mobster.
Yeah, he's terrifying. It's like, dude,
he's
okay.
He's good. He's so good.
Yeah, very convincing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have no negative notes from this at all. I like how. I mean, I like how you get the backstory kind of in reverse. You're finding out more of why he's not in the police. I like how you actually get to meet his wife and daughter, and how it's super awkward when he hugs his daughter, and there's no happy reunion.
None.
Like he's not going back to those people. Like it is done.
It's heartbreaking when he pulls out of the driveway and his daughter's out there trying to give him money, and he just drives off, like waves at her. It's like, man, it's harsh.
Yeah.
But it's real.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I love it. I love it. All right, I'll kick it back to you. I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I can't believe I haven't seen it before now. And it's the kind of movie that I would love. It's it's a it's a cop,
I know.
kind of a not it's not a comedy per se, but it's got a lot of humor, a lot of levity, which I love. Yeah, this is right up my alley.
Did it give you shades of planes, trains, and automobiles a little bit?
Absolutely. I mean,
them traveling on,
traveling. Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. The plane, they went to the train.
Here's De Niro with this annoying sidekick that just keeps pressing into his personal life, and you're just like, leave me alone, man. Like,
I like when they locked him in the bathroom.
Yeah, locks him in the bathroom.
And he's just so calm. He's like, no, this isn't right.
Yeah, he's just complaining in a very calm way. Probably my favorite scene in this movie is super under noticed. But De Niro's on the phone, and he's got Grodin with him. I think they're handcuffed together. Anyway, he's on the phone with the bail guy, or whatever, I can't remember his name, bail bondsman, and De Niro's like, man, Eddie. He's like, Eddie, I will take him and I will dump him in the swamp. And then he's looking at Grodin and he's like shaking his head, no, like, because Grodin's kind of like, huh, what? He's like, no.
I'm not really gonna do it.
Yeah, that was great.
So good. Man. It's I agree with you that like this movie, like not any movie like this rises and falls on your leads, and I knew De Niro would be strong, just knowing he was in it. I knew at least that much about it when I started watching it. But again, until I saw Grodin, I didn't realize that he was the Beethoven guy. I had no idea who he was by name.
Man, if you ever watch a Charles Grodin movie, that guy is like, he's like the most put upon guy in every movie. And
yes.
he just, I mean, even in Beethoven, that's what he was. He was just like the guy who rolls over in bed and the dog's drooling in his face, and he's just like he plays it so good, man, so good.
Yeah,
I love this movie. It's a great movie.
It's good. One of the things that I love about it, and for me, a great movie finds a good strike between like levity, but also just like the gravity of what's going on, and at the end when they're in the limo. And he's like, you're going to die tonight. Yeah. And then after you die, I'm going to find your wife and I'm going to kill her.
Oh, yeah.
Like that scene, it like sends chills like through my spine
brutal,
just
man.
watching it. And that in the same movie as, as all they're goofing off, running around from town to town.
Marvin, look! Same movie.
Yeah, so I thought it was great, man. I absolutely loved it. I would highly recommend it to anybody. Not there's no prerequisite. If you like movies, this is definitely.
It is not
that you
family friendly though.
It's not. No, it's not family friendly.
The language
there's a lot of language. Yeah. There's a lot of the F word, but I mean it's Robert De Niro. You kind of have to expect that.
Yeah, that's true. It's De Niro.
And Joey Pants drops him a lot too, and everybody does. Never mind.
Whole movie.
Everybody does. So
Yaphet in this from Alien. Just saying. All right.
I don't know what that means.
Never mind.
Oh, the detective, the FBI guy, right?
Mosby, yeah, guy who
steals
Mosby,
that's right. Yeah, he was hilarious too.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was absolutely great. I love it. Very good. Good pick.
You got it.
All right, guys, that's it. This is our first episode of Movie Swap. We hope that you enjoyed it. Again, this podcast is really dedicated to movies that we love. Donnie and Phil and I both love watching movies and love discussing them. We like to just chat on Facebook Messenger, and we're like, we talk about movies so much. Why don't we just do this for fun and let other people listen in? And that's kind of what we do. And so Movie Swap was just a way to broaden that a little bit and maybe, even possibly give you guys some recommendations to movies that you might not have been seen before. So maybe you'd like to check them out. If you like the show, you can. We have a video version up on YouTube. You can search for Real Amigos on YouTube. But we are an audio podcast primarily, and you can download our podcast on Stitcher or SoundCloud or Google Play or Apple Podcasts. We're actually also now on Spotify as well, so you can get our show on Spotify. So we hope you like it. This will be on our Facebook page as well. If you guys do end up watching these movies, jump in our Facebook group and let us know. Let us know what you thought.
Yeah, man.
And if you have any ideas for movies that Donnie has not seen,
good luck,
to help me out,
good luck,
please let me know in the Facebook
that are not
group.
Animated or musicals, preferably.
I have plenty of those. So that's it, guys. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.